Hello and welcome to my review of the Wight King on Skeletal Steed for Soulblight Gravelords for Warhammer The Age of Sigmar from Games Workshop. Now, one of these models separately, you can buy them separately, will cost you £26 and consists of 11 plastic components. I think he is a WYSIWYG model, so what you see is what you get. He was initially released in the Start Collecting box set for, I think, Soulblight Gravelords that had the Graveguard in and the Black Knights and so on. Pretty nice box set. I had to pick that up when it was first released. I'm glad I did, because I think that set was probably about £50, maybe 60, and yeah, to get this model that is now £24 was pretty good, and it's a lovely looking model. We'll have a look at the details a little bit later on. Then I will go through some size comparisons. I haven't built the Graveguard or the Black Knights, coincidentally. It's been so long, but I'm very determined to do that soon. So I will give you comparisons with some Sepulchral Guard, the Wight King himself, and Blood Knights and so on. So first things first, let's have a look at the Wight King on Skeletal Steed. Hopefully you can see that. A lot of detail. I really like the shield there with the kind of bat wings and the spine, the chainmail on the steed. You've got this pillar with a big skull on it. Steed is very cool. His armor is just classic with the wings either side, flanking his helmet, and the lance as well with the cloak. It's just such a cool reimagining of one of the classic models. You know, the steed itself has got no skin on it. It's all just bone, isn't it? It's like a bone horse. It's fantastic. Really nice classic model. I love the little expression he's got there as well. Yeah, he's just loving life right now. So size comparisons then, compared to like a Blood Knight right here. They're on the same size base. As you can see, size wise, there's not much in it. Maybe the Blood Knights are a little bit taller, just a bit, but their poses of their steeds are in much more active poses compared to this Wight King. But yeah, he wouldn't look too out of place near the Blood Knights, but where he does shine is, of course, near some, you know, Sepulchral Guard. Here's one of these skeleton warriors from one of the sets, and then also the Wight King. He looks pretty cool with him. Not quite sure about the cloak being blown that way, but still works with the Wight King himself. So there is that. Even like with like a Necromancer or something, works pretty good just off in the background, I would think. Compared to the Vampire Lord right here, maybe they're a good combination, having the Blood Knights and the Vampire Lord in that armor with like the Wight Kings and things, but definitely need more skeletons in my army, and they work well with the Death Rattle skeletons too, although they kind of look more, not samurai, but they've got the scimitars and things. They definitely share some aesthetics. Final comparison I like to make is just with some 40k minis. So right here we've got Space Marine, which of course is smaller, but to give you an idea, under the saddle, Slime Arbo, and then a Primaris is probably, yeah, just about saddle height. So if you've got any Space Marines and things, you know, the Wight King's going to be a bit taller than those. Okay, rules then for the Wight King on Skeletal Steed. One of these models, points-wise, will cost you 130 points, meaning he's only 15 points more expensive than the normal Wight King. So, you know, 15 points, you know, to have him on a steed. He is one model and he's a leader. And his stat line reads, he's a movement of 12 inches, save of 3+, bravery 10, and he's got 7 wounds. So for 15 points, you know, you're getting an extra 8 inches which is always decent, and you're getting an extra 2 wounds because the normal Wight King only has 5. Other than that, he's armed with a Tomb Lance, which is a range of 2 inches, 3 attacks, 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend of -1, and a damage of D3. It's similar to the Baleful Tomb Blade that the Wight King has, but it just has 1 less attack, but everything else is the same. What you are gaining though is 2 attacks from the mount, the Skeletal Steed's attacks with its hooves and teeth. It's a range of 1 inch, 2 attacks, 4+ to hit, 4+ to wound, nothing to rend, and 1 damage. Abilities, he's got Deathly Charge. After this model makes a charge move, you can pick 1 enemy unit within 1 inch of this model and roll a dice. On a 2+, that enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. That's pretty good, They're getting D3 mortal wounds. The Wight King himself has got a similar attack where if you roll a hit of a 6, then that target suffers 1 mortal wound in addition to any other normal damage. So I would say this Deathly Charge is better because it's on a 2+ and you've got the potential of inflicting 3 mortal wounds. So that 15 points is really worth it. Command abilities, Lord of Bones, it works exactly the same as the Wight King's Lord of Bones ability, whereby you can use the command ability in your hero phase. If you do so, pick 1 friendly Death Rattle unit wholly within 12 inches of this model. Until the end of that phase, you can re-roll hit rolls of 1 for attacks made with melee weapons by that unit. That's pretty nice. You can re-roll your hit rolls of 1. Keywords: Death, Soulblight Gravelords, Death Rattle, Hero, Wight King on Skeletal Steed. So there you go. That's my review of the Wight King on Skeletal Steed. Pretty quick, like his steed, I guess. Very nice model, classic model. If you thought that the Wight King couldn't get any better, well, I've got news for you. Put him on a steed. He's faster, he's got more wounds, he's got more attacks, and he'll do more damage with those mortal wounds. Really like this model and the Wight King, and any kind of skeletal warriors, a little bit more than the vampire stuff. But what do you guys think of the Wight King on Skeletal Steed? And do you have a dream of having or owning a skeletal warrior army that isn't Ossiarch Bone Reapers? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down below. Thank you for watching. Nagash protects.